Hi, my name is Deborah. I just went through a whole 20-minute video thinking I was actually recording, and I wasn't. So now I have to start all over. Uh, okay, my name is Deborah, and I am starting on the HCG diet. In fact, I started yesterday, and yesterday was my first loading day. And I'm doing this for a few reasons. One is when I started looking into the HCG diet, I did a ton of research on the internet, and I found a lot of really good videos out there on YouTube, and they were incredibly inspiring. So I wanted to inspire others, and I'm really hoping that also it'll keep me motivated. If I have to do this every week and I'm planning on it, then I want to do good, and I want to actually inspire others, and I want to inspire myself, and I want to see my progress as well as show my progress to other people. I also want to do this because my mom lives on the East Coast, and I want to communicate with her a little bit better, and this is a good way to do that. I know she's excited for me, and I know that she's really on board, and she supports my decision to do this, and so I want to be able to have her see the results of it as well. So, hi Mom. Okay, a little bit about me. I am 34, and I have been overweight my entire life. I was always kind of the fat girl. I went through all the fat jokes as a kid growing up. Halloween time, save a whale, kill a fat cat. Well, I was dressed up as a black cat. Yeah, well, kids will be kids. But anyways, I've been overweight my whole life. I've actually been fairly healthy, with the exception of being overweight. The only other issue I have is I have something called pseudotumor cerebri, and that actually is also known as PTC. And basically my body produces too much spinal fluid, which builds up and creates a lot of pressure in my head, and that causes all sorts of weird things to go on, such as I hear whooshing sounds in my ears. In fact, I can hear it right now. The whooshing sounds that I hear is literally, I'm hearing the blood flow through my arteries. So it's the, I can hear that, and it's really annoying. It's kind of like having voices inside your head. So that's something that happens because of this PTC. PTC is common in overweight women of childbearing years. Well, I guess I'm still technically in childbearing years, but the only solution or cure, so to speak, for PTC is one is to lose weight, and that's the easiest and well, I don't know about the easiest, but it's the best cure. The other thing is to get spinal taps, which I have done one time, and I will never do it again. It was horrible, absolute nightmare, and I don't want to ever do that again. Some people actually go through and get a shunt put in, and I just don't want to do that. I need to lose weight. I really need to lose weight. So I started HCG, and I'm really excited about it. Like I said, I started yesterday. My weight when I started yesterday was 327 pounds, 0.4. It's not actually my heaviest. My heaviest was actually about 353, and that was several years ago. I had a lap band put in, and I lost some of my weight, not a whole lot, and it took about a year. And then I fell down the stairs at work, and the band came undone. Actually, it wrapped around a lot of my organs. It was horrible. Had to have emergency surgery. Could barely breathe because it was wrapped. The tubing was wrapped around my diaphragm, and it's never really been the same since. In fact, at the moment, I don't even have band inflated because it's caused me more pain and issues than good. So I've kind of given up on that, unfortunately. The weight has come back. I quit smoking about 2 years ago, and the weight kind of came back in a real big hurry after that. I gained probably about 30 pounds this past year, which has brought me up over the 300-pound mark again. And it's just time for me to do something about it. So again, I started HCG yesterday. I started my first loading day and ate a lot. In fact, I kind of made myself a little sick, but I noticed that today I'm not really that hungry. I'm pretty sure that's fairly normal. The HCG that I got, I was a little worried about it because a lot of the things I see out there say that you're supposed to take like 8 to 10 drops 6 times a day. That's a lot. And the one that I got actually just says I need to take 8 to 10 drops 3 times a day. And I'm excited about that because it's a lot easier to take something 3 times a day than obviously 6. And for me, I've never been good at taking things on a routine basis, so I'm really hoping that the one that I got just means it's a higher concentration and that it'll work just as good. But if anybody out there knows, please let me know, because I want to make sure I'm successful at this. The HCG that I got was from a place called www.hcgdiet.com. What else? When I first took the drops, I was expecting them to really taste really horrible. In fact, I was a little nervous about it, but actually it didn't taste that bad. It had a funny taste, but it wasn't that bad. I noticed some tingling under my tongue when I took it, but other than that, I really didn't notice. Hi, honey. I didn't really notice anything tremendously weird about it. No side effects, I mean, so far. So, other than I weighed myself this morning, and I weighed 5.7 pounds. So, even though I pigged out yesterday, and I really did, we went to the casino and had their buffet, and it was delicious, and I ate a lot and made myself sick. But I lost weight, so I don't know if that's because I was sick a little bit last night, or if it was the HCG. I don't care, I suppose. I don't really it doesn't really matter to me which one it is. I hope it continues. I have not gone food shopping yet. I plan on doing that tomorrow, and I'm going to start preparing for the rest of the week. And I'm motivated. I've got a couple people at work, some friends at work that are on HCG, and they've had great results. They don't have a whole lot of weight to lose. I obviously need to lose over 100 pounds. My goal weight is around 160. That would be absolutely ideal for me. But I also know that I have to be realistic, and my first goal is I just want to get under 300 pounds. So that is my first goal. I am getting married on January 2nd of 2010. Yay! And you just saw him walk by. And so I wanna lose some weight so that I can actually buy a pretty wedding dress. That's my first goal, is under 300 pounds, buy a pretty wedding dress, get married, and then the next goal after that is going to be 250. Pretty big goal, I know, but it'll be worth it. Anyways, so this is my first YouTube video ever, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to say, or if there really needs to be something I need to say. But if you have any suggestions, please feel free to let me know. And Mom, I love you, and I hope that I can see you soon. And thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.